Quaxly is Donald Duck! Yo, what's up, the media, the master of pop culture, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about Pokemon. With the announcement of Gen 9, we got a quick look at the new open world region that we'll soon be exploring, but arguably even more exciting, we were also introduced to our brand new starters. And let me just say, I absolutely love them. Sprigatito, the grassy cat, is very cute, and I can definitely see it being the popular choice for a starter, as long as it stays in all fours. Fuecoco is a derpy, adorable little ghost pepper fire crocodile baby that you just want to hug and take on a stroll. I will protect him with my life. And then, there's the chosen one.
Sweetest disposition. One guess who? Who never starts an argument. Who never shows a bit of temperament. Who's never wrong but always right. Who never dream of starting a fight. Who gets stuck with all the bad luck. No one but Donald Duck.
I don't care what anyone says. You can say it's based on a swan or a booby. Game Freak themselves can come at me, but I am absolutely certain Quaxly is based on Donald the frickin' Duck, and I will die on this hill before anyone can convince me otherwise. Today, I'll be opening your eyes to finally see the truth. First off, look at Quaxly's overall design. A white feathered duck with a crest that just so happens to resemble a blue sailor's hat? Huh, why does that sound so familiar? Next, according to the official website, Quaxly is described to be an earnest and tidy duckling Pokemon. Though tidiness may not be the first trait you think of when discussing Donald Duck, in multiple Donald Duck cartoons and especially in the DuckTales series, Donald is seen to be very proud of his responsibilities and duties, whether in his work or as the caretaker to his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie, which includes cleaning and tidying his place of work or residence. Along with that, can you even name a character as earnest as Donald Duck? The guy is literally known for putting more than 100% effort into anything he sets his mind to. Whether it's taking on villains, working on a project, helping his friends, or searching the universe for his long-lost Mouse King. Heck, he's related to the duck that created these famous phrases.
Remember, I know, McPapa. Work smarter, not harder.
I'm Scrooge McDuck. I made my name being tougher than the toughies and smarter than the smarties.
Next, let's talk about their connection to the region. Seeing how Quaxly is seen as a duck sailor Pokemon and seeing how it's the only one of the three starters that doesn't have a Spanish-based name, it's safe to assume that Quaxly is a water type that's used to traveling through the open seas. We already know that Donald is a sailor, not only growing up with a passion for boating, but even having served in the Navy during the original DuckTales series, and being captain of the gummy ship during Kingdom Hearts 1. It's safe to assume that both Donald and Quaxly have a shared love for adventure and traveling. With that said, let's say that Quaxly is more native or based within this new region. As publicly stated from many sources, this new Pokemon region seems to be based on Spain and Portugal. Now, though ducks are rather common in Spain and Donald may be a cultural icon, some may argue that he has no direct relations to Spain, right?
Wrong!
In his long history of adventures, Donald has canonically been a part of multiple groups. Arguably the most famous group aside from the Sensational Six themselves that Donald was a member of was alongside his pals Jose and Panchito in the legendary Three Caballeros. One of the most iconic groups of heroes in Hispanic culture. Ay, pero miren, los Three Caballeros didn't take place in Spain. Los historias took place in Southern American countries like Mexico y Brazil. That may be true, but as history has stated, both Mexico and Brazil, alongside with a massive chunk of Southern American countries, come from a mix that largely includes Spanish descent. Besides, thanks to his time with the Caballeros, Donald has loads of Hispanic culture hidden deep within him, even being the main attraction over at the Mexican Pavilion in Epcot. All in all, even the location of the region gives a lot of support to the idea that Quaxly is in fact based on Donald Duck. So with that in mind, let's discuss the possibility of Quaxly's evolution and its typing. Since we now know that Quaxly is in fact Donald Duck, we can rule out a few possibilities. First, let's get the obvious out of the way. Due to the two of them being ducks that sail, the safest bet would be that Quaxly would eventually evolve into a water flying type. Though I have no problem with the typing, especially since it helps against grass types, the type choice is not only a bit too obvious, but let's not forget that Donald is not all that great at flying to begin with. Hence his preference to sailing. Flying is more of a Della Duck skill than a Donald Duck skill. So the next typing we'll focus on is the possibility of a water fighting type based on Donald's famous history of temper tantrums. When up against an opponent on his own, Donald would usually go into a heated frenzy, giving him the physical ability to take on even some of the toughest opponents. With that knowledge, it can be fairly said that the same temper can be given to Quaxly, pushing its earnest nature to a much higher level than before. Though the fighting type can be seen as overused when it comes to starter Pokemon, this typing is definitely a matchup for these two. Next, we have a bit of a tied situation with Quaxly becoming either a water psychic or a water fairy in connection to Donald's famous role as the royal magician within King Mickey's court in the Kingdom Hearts series. Though the connection may be a bit more far-fetched compared to the natural water fighting type connection prior, we already have Sora in Smash, and now we got Donald in Pokemon. It's only a matter of time before Goofy appears in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Now between the two, I think I'd prefer to go with the water psychic type, seeing how not only has the psychic type been used to represent magic in the past, but also it's a unique type with very few Pokemon to represent it. Besides, Primarina already represents the water fairy type well enough. We don't need another fire fighting situation. Just imagine the possibilities as you evolve your duck into a powerful mage that is canonically more powerful than the being Bahamut itself.
No! Quaxly, no!
After that, we have the water ice typing, which is a reference to Donald's unnaturally insane skills as a hockey player. Though Donald's skills on ice and snow is pretty impressive, I'm not sure how possible this choice of typing would be, seeing how roller hockey is more popular in Spain than ice hockey. And then there's the water steel typing, which can easily be derived by Donald's time as a musketeer or a reference to his pal Goofy, who was the captain of King Mickey's Royal Knights. Seeing how Spain has its own version of fencing with destreza, the possibility is there. My only personal gripe is the same I have with the water fairy type. The type is already well utilized by another water bird starter in Empoleon. Overall, out of all of these possible types, I personally see water flying, water psychic, and water fighting being the best choices to not only represent Donald with Quaxly's evolution line, but also Spain itself. Yuck, but what about it being a pure water type? What about it? And so, our video has come to an end. I hope your eyes have successfully been opened up to the inevitable and irrefutable truth that Quaxly is indeed based on Donald Duck, and that nothing anyone says will ever change our minds. With that, my friends, I bid you adieu. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, share what your favorite possible Donald Quaxly type is, and I hope you never have to rely on Quaxly in a double battle because, well, you know how Donald tends to be when it comes to healing teammates. Don't forget to keep doing you, keep sharing laughs, and keep on rambling. See ya!
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
No more!